one of the biggest mistakes underground artists make is copying the inspiration so hard that they never develop their own sound. And I'm not saying don't be inspired by people. Like, everyone starts somewhere, but there's a difference between inspiration and imitation. And if we're being real, most artists start out sounding like someone else. Like, I know I got a cool, an unorthodox way of, entering the music scene and everything. And I'm not gonna, say too much. But if you listen to an artist every day and you study their flows and their beats and their ad-libs and their delivery and everything, eventually it starts showing in the music that you make. And it's understandable, like, when you're first starting out, like, you gotta have a baseline, you gotta have something to go off of, and that's normal. But the real problem is when you stay there and you don't develop into your own bag, your own swag. Cause think about it, if you sound exactly like your favorite rapper, no one's gonna listen to you. For example, if I want to hear Che, or if I want to hear Xavier So Bass, I'm gonna go listen to them. I'm not gonna listen to some clone or someone that's biting their sound. No one's gonna listen to you if you don't improve your own sound or eventually develop into your own bag. Like, I would rather go listen to Che or Xavier So Bass than some clone of those two artists. And the funny part is the things that people think that make them weird is what really makes them stand out. Your voice, your background, your influence, your personality, that stuff people can actually remember. Most artists spend years trying to sound like somebody else when they should be figuring out how to make their own sound. And I understand, like I said, if you're just entering the music scene, yeah, you gotta kind of sound like someone else to get the fundamentals and all the mechanics of music down. But like I said, a lot of artists, they just spend so much time trying to sound like somebody else that they never develop into their own bag. And like I said, nobody is gonna listen to you if you sound like someone else. It just doesn't make sense. Why would I want to listen to a cheaper version of Protect when I can just listen to Protect? I go to Protect, so I want to hear Protect sound. I don't want to hear a cheaper version of Protect, bruh. And I can kind of relate to this. Like, when I first started making music, like I was talking about earlier, I had an interesting way of coming into the music scene. Like, I was copying someone's sound, but eventually I stepped outside of the box and I started to do what feels natural. Once I got the fundamentals and mechanics of music down, I just did what felt natural. I developed my own sound, but yeah, the music just came out way better, and I can really resonate and feel and feel proud of what I make because I'm doing my own thing. The last couple things that I want to say, it's okay to study your inspiration, and it's okay to learn from them, and it's okay to take pieces from them, but it's not okay to become them, because why would you want to become them? If you're making music, you want to be original and authentic. You want to make your music. You don't want to make someone else's music. Now, if you're just doing music for fun, this is completely different. This doesn't apply to you because you have no angle. You're just doing it for fun. But if you're really trying to do this shit, we gotta stop trying to sound like other people. Like what's the point in that? And here's a closing question for you guys. You can answer, you cannot, but if you want to answer, drop it in the comments below because I'm curious to know. What is an artist that you can immediately tell is biting someone's sound or trying to imitate someone? Let me know in the comment section below. Other than that, have a blessed day. Thank you for listening to me. More to come soon.